So in today's video, we're going to be checking out 3 different Roblox games and we're going to be ranking the best Sukuna out of all 3 of them based on their gameplay, their looks, sounds, all of that. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Anyways, to start things off, we're going to be checking out Jujutsu Shenanigans. Now, if you guys haven't played this game, it's a pretty simplistic styled game that has a lot of destruction. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's one of the biggest JJK games on Roblox right now, and for good reason. However, it's not all going to be on a positive note because I do have a little bit of gripes on this Sukuna, but before we get into that, let's just show it. Now, the first thing to note about this Sukuna is that usually in Battlegrounds games, the M1s are just punches, but when you're Sukuna, your M1s actually become slashes. It's a very unique thing, so it gets points for creativity on that. But let's just check out the moves now. So the first move we've got is the dismantle, which auto targets and it just throws a bunch of slashes at them. Pretty self-explanatory. Next up, we've got open, which is weirdly enough is on number 2. It's the fire arrow. The effects on this are just, honestly, they're kind of incredible. And then look at the devastation it leaves behind. Holy crap. So yeah, like I mentioned, this game has destruction and the fire arrow might be one of the most destructive moves in the game. Anyways, next up, we've got the rush, which interestingly enough doesn't have any slashes in it. It's actually a melee move. We don't really see a lot of that with Sukuna, the characters in Roblox, but that's what it is. Slams them down. It's very aggressive. I really do like that. And then the next move is the domain. But before we get into that, this game does have something interesting about it, is that every character has a special move. And in this case, the special move for Sukuna is a grab. And then just dismantles them like that, which is honestly looks really cool. I really like that. Anyways, now we can get into the domain. And basically just slashes them up a bunch. They can block it. If they don't, it just drains their health. Kind of a little goofy shrine, but other than that, the effects are really nice and really cool, right? However, there's one big issue I have with this domain. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. The fact that it's an enclosed domain really pisses me off. Because this game, it has such a big destructive element. So why the only domain in the series that isn't enclosed? Why did they enclose it? I don't get it. They missed out on such a big opportunity to have a domain come out that like slashes at the environment and breaking it apart and stuff, but they just made it enclosed. I really don't know why they did that. But you know, it is what it is. That about does it for this Sukuna. Actually, hold on. I almost forgot. That does not do it. So, like I said, they missed out on a big opportunity by enclosing his domain. However, they do make up for it by having this. Yeah, there you go. That is the world-cutting slash, if you guys don't know. And it is the only Sukuna out of these 4 games that actually has it. And it is just incredible. Like, look at this. One more look. And it even, bro, it is so good. I love it so much. But yeah, that about does it for Jujutsu Shenanigans. So let's move on to the next game on the list, which is Sorcerer Battlegrounds. And can I just stop NBA? Holy shit, what is this? This is not how I remember the game looking. This is a totally different map. What is going on here? All right, here we go. We finally have our ult, so let's use this. I think we just got the secret cutscene. That's not usually what happens. Usually he pulls out his heart, but we gotta do this quick. So the first move we've got is the cleave, which is actually a grab. And the effects on that are very, very smooth. I like it. And next up, dismantle, which is also a, oh no, it isn't a grab. It is a projectile sort of thing. Finally, the third move, this is the fire arrow. And the effects on this one are actually just majestic. Like, that is beautiful. That is like that is insane. That looks so good. But yeah, that about does it for the base moves and the ult. I guess if you could call it that. And so far, he's looking very clean. The effects are very nice. He's got a projectile, he's got a grab, and he's got a very nice fire arrow. But I'm gonna be honest, in terms of gameplay and just like funness of the character, Jujutsu Shenanigans still has it in the bag right now. But there's still one more thing we have yet to cover, which is the domain expansion. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, this game has one of my favorite domain expansions for Sukuna. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is the normal one. I'm pretty sure we got the rare one last time. But here we go. This is the domain expansions. Let's get out in the open for this because, oh my god, I'm glazing way too hard right now. Let's just look. And there you go. It slashes. The slashes don't actually hit, but visually looks very nice. And now, if you use cleave, hits everybody. Same with dismantle. It even hits yourself. And yeah, that's the whole domain. Now, it is kind of lackluster, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to the actual like gameplay with the domain. But like the animation for calling your domain is so good. And the music with it all and all that, yeah, it's amazing. And then the fact that it changes your move to hit everyone, but visually it looks very good, but it is not gonna overtake Jujutsu Shenanigans because that game, it has the world cutting slash, it has a special move. There's a lot more with Jujutsu Shenanigans, and this one right now is gonna have to take that second place. However, we still have 2 more games to check out, so let's move on to the next one. Curse Arena. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest, I don't play much. It's not one of my favorite JJK games on Roblox, but still pretty cool. And I actually haven't checked it out in a while. It looks like they've changed some stuff, a lot of stuff, so we're gonna check this out. So the first move we got is Cleave, which is a grab move. And the effects look like really nice. They look like anime accurate, which I do appreciate that. It looks really cool. Oh, and look at these M1s. They are like sort of like slashes. They've got the same range, but they do slash them up, which is pretty cool. So the next move is Dismantle, which I think is a ranged. Yeah, it's like a little slash barrage thing, which is actually cool. And it just Gojo'd him. What the hell? All right, so Flame Arrow. That was a really petty flame arrow, I'm gonna be honest. And then the last thing we've got is the domain expansion. And, do we have fingers? What the? All right, okay, we got fingers. And all it really does is just chops everybody up. I mean, it's cool. The effects look really nice, but it doesn't change any of your moves, nothing like that. And yeah, it's pretty simplistic. I like it. The effects look anime accurate. Everything looks pretty cool. But compared to the other games, it's just... It doesn't really hold itself, you know? So after playing all of those games and trying out each Sukuna, I could say that I've got a pretty good idea of where I want to put these guys on the rankings to see which one is the best Sukuna. And starting out with Jujutsu Shenanigans. Now, as you might have guessed, this one, compared to all of them, has to go in the S tier because it just has so much to it. The M1s are ranged slashes, which is very unique compared to any other Sukuna I've seen so far. He has a special move, which technically counts as a 5th move. So he's got a much more diverse moveset. And he has another special move, which is the world cutting slash, which I do not see any other Sukuna have that. Now, the only gripe I have with it is that the domain isn't closed, but other than that, it is just a very good moveset, very fun to use, and all around very good. Now, the next one on our list is Sorcerer Battlegrounds. Now, this is easily an A tier because the visuals are super good, the gameplay is pretty fun, but it's just nothing compared to the gameplay of Jujutsu Shenanigans. It is just Jujutsu Shenanigans far more better. However, Sorcerer Battlegrounds does have a very clean domain expansion, and it does change the moves to a guaranteed hit in your domain, which the other games actually don't do that. So that's a big plus, and that's why it's going to be going into A tier. And sadly, that just leaves Curse Arena, which I will just be putting in B. It's a mid moveset. There's nothing really special, unique about it, except for the fact that the visuals for the slashes are like anime accurate, which I do really like. But other than that, the flame arrow is pretty flimsy and the domain expansion is very lackluster. And yeah, that about does it for this video. So if you guys want to see me remake this video when other games come out like Realm Rampage and Jujutsu Infinite, be sure to like the video. 100 likes and I'll definitely do it. And if you guys have any other ideas on what you want to see me make, like maybe do something like this on Gojo, then be sure to comment down below. And while you're at it, be sure to join the Discord because we do a lot of lives, tournaments, events and stuff, a lot of polls too. So if you do feel like participating in all that type of stuff, be sure to join the Discord down below. It's in the description. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and please be sure to subscribe because we're really close to 10K. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.